Hi Cancer, welcome to December. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And before we start your reading, I want to call in some good energy and create some sacred space around this reading. So this month we have eclipses. We have the full moon eclipse in Gemini, the new moon eclipse in Sagittarius, and a full moon in your sign. And Jupiter and Saturn will be moving into Aquarius this month. So this is a major shift in energy, and it's bringing in a new cycle. Now, technically, the lunar eclipse in Gemini happened on November 30th, but its effect will be for the month of December and for the next 6 months, actually. So let's see what the cards say for Cancer. What does Cancer need to know about love and relationships and these eclipses? What will the eclipses bring? Sometimes they bring sudden endings, sudden new beginnings. They shake up our lives. So let's see, what will these eclipses bring for Cancer for the month of December 2020? What is coming up for December 2020? What is coming up for Cancer? The Queen of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, the Strength card, the Knight of Cups, the Moon, the Two of Cups, the Eight of Wands, the Four of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the card at the bottom of the deck is the Two of Wands. So I think partnership is in the air this month for Cancer. So we have the Queen of Cups. This could be your energy. And she's looking to the future. And she's looking at the moon. And she's crossed by the Three of Pentacles. This could be, the Three of Pentacles is career success and recognition. So you're being recognized for your talent and your abilities. And it could involve a promotion, recognition. So that while this is happening, I feel like doors are opening up for you career-wise. But there's also relationship energy in this reading. In the past, you have the Nine of Swords. This is a card of worry and mental stress. You've been under a lot of stress. And your mind has been working overtime. Sometimes it means like sleepless nights. You might be worried about someone's health. The Strength card is here. You could be dealing with someone who has anger issues or emotional problems. The Strength is about learning how to control your emotions, learning how to control the beast within, and not go to extremes, not to overreact, not to go either, not to be overly emotional. You could be dealing with someone who has problems expressing their anger or getting their needs met without flipping out, without becoming, creating a big scene. There is definitely a partnership on offer. You have the Two of Wands here, which is the card under the deck, and that's a card about partnership. Sometimes the Two of Wands is more about a business partnership. You may have two paths. You may have to choose. It's like you've planted certain seeds and you're waiting to see what's going to develop. And there could be a choice in a career situation. The Knight of Cups is in the future, followed by the Moon. So there could be, the Knight of Cups energy is someone who's very romantic. It's a romantic proposal. And the Two of Cups is here also. But you're kind of, it's in your negative thinking sector. So I don't know if you're not trusting it, or you're not thinking positively about that. The Moon is here. You're not sure if you can trust it. Because the Moon card represents not seeing things clearly or deception. It could be deception, like you're wondering, can I trust this person? I'm being offered something, but I don't know if I can trust it. Is this person being honest with me? Are they deceiving me in some way? And you have the Eight of Wands in your environment. That's news coming in. that usually means the arrows of love. And the Four of Wands is a card of stability, marriage. Page of Wands is a message of good news. So there's a message coming. And the moon also relates to imagination. So your imagination might be working overtime. Maybe you're reading into things, or you're imagining things. So don't let your imagination go overboard, where you think the worst of a situation or even the best of a situation. You have to kind of find the middle ground this month. But there's definitely someone coming in. And their energy, they're very romantic. It's a very romantic energy. And there's a potential for a soulmate connection. You have this Two of Cups here, but I think you're afraid of it. It's in your fear sector. So there's fear connected with this union. Maybe you're afraid of, because Cancer is afraid of rejection, or, you're very sensitive. So you want to be sure of the person before you give your heart, because you don't want to be hurt. So you could be kind of questioning this person, and, because there's a lot you don't know with the moon. The moon, there are things hidden, and you might feel like you need to find more out. You need to find out more about this person. You need more information. But this Eight of Wands energy is fast energy. So it's possible that this person could be rushing the relationship, and you may feel a little bit like, well, this is happening too quickly. I need more time. I'm not ready. That kind of thing. But there's definitely the potential for a stable partnership this month. And you're going to be hearing good news. The Page of Wands is a message. So sometimes the Knight of Cups can be someone who has left and then is coming back. They kind of went on there. They might have went away thinking that they could find some better opportunity somewhere else, and then suddenly they realize, that they needed to be with you after all, and they're coming back. It's like a homecoming. And they just want to be forgiven, and they want to come home to someone that they know loves them and cares about them. That could be the message of the Knight of Wands, of the Knight of Cups. There's some type of karmic energy connected with the Knight of Cups. You feel a special connection with this person. But at the same time, you're not sure if you can trust whatever they're proposing. Because sometimes the Knight of Cups can be, they don't always tell the whole story. They might leave certain things out. So you just have to take your time, and don't rush into anything, but at the same time, don't turn anything away if there's potential. But the Eight of Wands is sometimes it can be love at first sight, or love that just feelings develop suddenly. But it could lead to a committed partnership, because you have the Four of Wands here. That's a marriage card. That's stability, victory, and that's what you're looking for. You want stability in a relationship. You want to be with someone that you could just settle down with. But you're not sure about this person. But anyway, they're coming. They're coming in. So, and you could get, the Three of Pentacles can also mean success in some venture. So success in something that you've wanted for a long time. So, I think that especially around the full moon in Cancer, something could then be completing around that time. But let's see what the astrology says. So the lunar eclipse, the full moon in Gemini, is happening in your 12th house. And it's activating your 12th and 6th houses. So the 6th house is the house of work. The sun is there. And the sun, you might be, spending a lot of time working. The moon is in the 12th house, and that's the house of, hospitals, institutions. So there could be someone that either, you could be dealing with with hospitals and institutions around this eclipse time. Maybe someone you know and love is in a hospital, and you're having to visit them, or you're dealing with hospitals. But you're going to find out that, the lunar eclipse brings things to the surface, brings things to light. So if there was something that was hidden in a health situation or a work situation, it's going to come out now, and you're going to see what's wrong or what's going on. Now, sometimes a lunar eclipse can eclipse someone from your life. So a female person could be eclipsed from your life during this eclipse. Venus is in the 5th house, and it's opposite Uranus in the 11th house. So Venus in the 5th can bring love, romance, children. The 5th house relates to children. But I feel like with Uranus in the 11th, there could be a sudden development in the groups that you belong to, your friendships. So love can come out, or you can have an opportunity for love through friendships, through groups that you know, or friends that you know, or even some creative project. You could be doing something, creative, and you could find love through that creative project. Mercury is also in the 5th, and it's sextiling Saturn and Jupiter in your 7th house. So if a new romance develops this month, it's going to be something that can last a long time. It could be a good relationship, because Jupiter in the 7th brings a partner that's very uplifting and positive energy, abundant, and Saturn brings longevity. There could be an age difference with Saturn in the 7th. Where one person acts like a parent to the other, or one person is taking care of the other, kind of in a motherly or fatherly way. You have Mars in the 10th house, so your career is really important. You've been spending a lot of energy on your career, on work. But I feel also that you have some things to clear out from the 12th house. The 12th house is also a very psychological house. It's things that are hidden enemies, hidden psychological blocks, where we self-sabotage. So there might be some things with the North Node in Gemini there, and also this lunar eclipse. You have an opportunity to release any kind of baggage or blockages around partnerships at this time, or around even career success. I feel like it's time to let go of the past, or let go of any past habits that no longer serve you. Then we have the solar eclipse, which is a new moon, and that's in your 6th house, and it's conjunct Mercury and trine Mars. Well, the moon is sextile Mars. No, the moon is trine Mars, and the sun... Yeah, no, they're all trine Mars. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the other one. So this is happening in your 6th house, and Mars is in your 10th house. This is really important for work, new beginning around the work that you do. You might be signing a contract around this time, or you might be communicating more. Maybe you're involved in more of a communication type project where you're sharing ideas. But it's a powerful new beginning, and you might be sharing your wisdom in a work setting. 6th house is also a house of health, so you could decide to take better care of your health. You might be starting a new health regimen. And if that's true, you can be very successful, because Mars is trining this energy. So it's going to give you the energy to go through with it and to fulfill it. You're not going to just make an empty promise. Again, Venus is in the 5th house, and it's sextile Saturn and Jupiter in your 7th house. And you've also got Pluto there, so this is a time of powerful changes in your relationships. And there could be a new romance coming in with someone. With Venus there, it could be someone who's ruled by Venus. So that could be a Libra or Taurus, or someone who's just very charming, very talented. You have Neptune in the 9th house, so you could be dreaming of foreign lands. You could be wanting to travel. And if you can't get out and travel, you might be just Neptune in the 9th could be also, you could be channeling information. You're tapping into other worlds if you're open to it. If you're open to any kind of psychic ability, you could be downloading information with Neptune in the 9th. Jupiter then on the 21st at the solstice, Jupiter and Saturn will be coming together in Aquarius. And that's happening in your 8th house. This is a powerful transition. It's because Jupiter and Saturn come together every 20 years. So this is representing a new cycle for you. And in your 8th house, it could be a new cycle of intimacy, or a new beginning in financial support, because the 8th house represents money that comes to you from others. So it could be an inheritance, it could be a insurance payout, it could be your partner's income increases in some way, or connecting with someone that has access to resources. But the 8th house is also the house of intimacy. So if you've been blocking really connecting with someone on the soul level, this new cycle can help you to have that type of relationship. If you've always wanted to bond with someone at the soul level, this could bring that in. What else is happening? And Venus sextile Jupiter and Saturn. If you're starting a relationship, and it could start out as a romance or a friendship, but it has the potential to develop into something long term, because Venus is sextile Saturn. And with Jupiter there, it's an abundant energy, it's a positive energy. So you have the opportunity to connect with someone who can be very good for you at this time. Then we have the full moon in Cancer, and that's happening on December 29th. I don't know if I said the new moon is on this December 14th, if I didn't say that. So the full moon in Cancer, something is definitely coming to completion around relationships and partnerships. And that could be business or personal. And the sun is in your 7th house, and it's conjunct Mercury. And both of these, the moon and the sun, are aspected by Uranus. So the moon is sextile Uranus and the sun is trine Uranus in your 11th house. So there could be some unexpected developments through the groups that you belong to, the friendships that you know. It could be a friendship turns to romance, or some surprising developments, maybe a message, because Mercury is involved. Mercury trine Uranus. If you're connecting with someone with this Mercury energy, the person will be very intelligent, very creative, very innovative. Mercury is trine Uranus is like the genius aspect. So you might suddenly get a new idea, or a partner that you're involved with may have some new idea on how you can achieve a goal or a dream that you've always wanted to achieve. Because the 11th house is the house of hopes, wishes, dreams, friendships, the groups you belong to. With Uranus there, you might be involved in some type of social cause that involves technology or innovative methods, cutting edge methods. That could be technology, could be even astrology, science, computers, programming, web design, whatever. Anything that involves new advances in technology is going to help you reach a larger, segment of the population. So where you're thinking about serving the many and not just the one. Venus is going to be in your 6th house. So your relationships at work are going to be improving. There could even be a possible love interest through work. Mars is in the 10th house, so you're working. The only thing with Mars is going to be squaring Pluto. Mars will be in the 10th, Pluto will be in the 7th. So you could have some power struggles around work issues. Maybe you're spending too much time at work and you're neglecting a partnership, and there could be some butting of heads or some angry outbursts. So you just want to control your anger, and if you're dealing with someone else, you just have to try to deal with the issues before they erupt in anger. Because Mars square Pluto is a very violent aspect. If it involves anger, it can involve ambition, cutting it, like where you might be dealing with an open enemy who's being very ruthless at this time. Or a powerful person who is in power, who's wielding their power but not in a fair way. So you might have to struggle against that. But Mars in the 10th, your energy is all career. You're wanting to be ambitious, you're wanting to get ahead. But there could be that power struggle when Mars squares Pluto. And that'll be just before this full moon. That'll be around the 23rd, when you have to watch out for that energy. So watch out for any conflicts at work around that time. But other than that, I feel like you're going to be realizing something at this full moon. You're going to be seeing the truth in your relationships, and either you're coming together with someone, you're completing something, or you're realizing what you need to do next, what your next step is, because the full moon is like a completion. So this is my forecast, Cancer. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, click on the like button, click on the subscribe button. If you'd like a private reading, click on the link in the description box. It'll take you to my website, and we can get you on the schedule. In the meantime, I want to say thank you to everyone for supporting this channel, for commenting, for liking, for subscribing, for ordering readings. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and if you're celebrating this year, be safe. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Solstice, whatever you're celebrating. Have a safe and healthy holiday. And I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.